Frugal minimalism is something that I've adopted over the last couple years that has helped me use my hard-earned income to not only save and build wealth towards my goals, but also to cut out a lot of the noise and bullshit that no longer serves a purpose in my life. The clarity that I've gained from adopting these principles has truly been incredible. I've learned what motivates me to work hard and sacrifice, figured out how to make significant, consistent financial progress on a middle-class income, and finally understood what people, places, possessions, and actions truly add value to my life. Over the years, I've learned that there are two parts to this equation: frugal living and minimalism, which encompass similar values but via different means. Frugal living consists of cutting your expenses in order to save and invest more so that you can eventually reach financial independence and retire early. Minimalism, however, consists of getting rid of anything that no longer serves you or adds value to your life. So for example, I'm frugal in the sense that I generally cook and eat at home to save money. However, as a minimalist, I go out to eat rather frequently because I genuinely enjoy it and it adds a lot of value to my life. Frugal minimalism is something that I believe that if more people practiced could have some tremendous impacts on solving global issues and making the world a better place. One of the main reasons for poverty and nearly 1 billion people not having access to clean water or sufficient food is the misallocation of resources and distribution of wealth around the world. This is apparent in the richest 1% of people in the world owning 45% of the world's wealth, and that the US has about 4% of the world's population, yet over 40% of the world's wealth. While some people consume far more resources than they need to survive, others consume hardly anything, even just barely enough to provide their basic needs. I'm sure that the people that own large percentages of the world's wealth have worked extremely hard and sacrificed a lot to become that wealthy, or their parents did and they just inherited it, those spoiled little bastards. I'm not even suggesting that global poverty is their fault or blaming someone else for problems like most entitled millennials do. I mean, I personally like to go out to eat sometimes. I could be donating this money to hungry children instead of consuming high-end earthly pleasures. I'm not saying that we should aggressively judge others or ourselves on an unfair, juicy burger or hungry children complex. I just think that we, meaning anybody with any sort of financial stability, should stop for a moment and reconsider how much is too much. When people like you and I ask these questions, we realize that we are actually the solution to all of these issues. I do think that there is a point where we should say, all right, I really don't need this fancy car or exquisite dinner with friends, and instead ask, how else could this money be used to do some good? Now, if you've reached financial stability, you should of course reward yourself for working for what you have. However, all of us, including myself, can find at least a little bit of wiggle room in our budget to give and help those less fortunate than us. Frugal minimalism gives us this beautiful opportunity to reconsider what actually brings us value and joy, and maybe what's left over from what we choose not to spend our money on can be given and donated to do some good in the world. I want to thank you for taking some time to watch this video today. And if you enjoy frugal living, minimalism, and wealth building tips, make sure to subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments what you think about frugal minimalism, maybe some of your own personal experiences from practicing this lifestyle, and even some ways that you've been able to give back to the world. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.